You've built something real. You landed the clients. You have revenue coming in. You have a team. By every measure that used to matter to you, you've made it. And yet somehow, nothing happens without you. Your team can't approve something without checking with you first. Your clients want to talk to you specifically. Your inbox has things in it that have been there for 2 weeks because they require your judgment, and you haven't had 20 uninterrupted minutes to deal with them. You left your corporate career to have more freedom, and somewhere between landing your first client and building a real business, you became the most expensive, most overworked, most impossible to replace employee in the company. You're not doing anything wrong, but you are the bottleneck. And until that changes, your business can't grow past you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how AI can change that, and how I help women business owners like you make it happen in 90 days. Hi, I'm Sabrina Prouty. I'm an AI strategy consultant and the founder of Sensible Practice. Before I started this business, I spent nearly 30 years at a Fortune 100 healthcare company, most of that time leading transformation programs, redesigning how large organizations operate, and figuring out how to get complex systems to run without everything depending on one person. I've seen this bottleneck problem at every level, from a 3-person team to a 30,000-person organization. The root cause is almost always the same, and so is the fix. Before we get into it, I want to ask you something. In the comments, tell me, what's the one thing in your business that absolutely cannot happen without you right now? I'm reading every answer, and I'll tell you honestly whether I can help with it. Here's what actually happens when a business grows. In the beginning, you do everything yourself. You're the salesperson, the service provider, the admin, the marketer, the accountant. That works at a certain size. It's actually efficient. One person with full context can move fast. Then you start bringing people in, and here's where the trap gets set. You hire someone and you train them the way most business owners train people, by doing things alongside them and hoping the knowledge transfers. They watch you, they learn your instincts, and then they go try to do it on their own and it's not quite right, so you step back in. What you've accidentally built is a business that runs on your memory, your standards, and your personal judgment, rather than on documented systems. And the problem with that is simple. Your memory and judgment can only be in one place at a time. So when the team hits something they're not sure about, they come to you. When a client has a question, they want you. When a deliverable needs to go out, someone checks with you first, just to be safe. And you let it happen because the alternative, getting something wrong, feels worse than just handling it yourself. I watched this happen at a healthcare organization I worked at for years. We had brilliant, capable people on our team who were genuinely good at their jobs, but so many of their decisions still escalated because we hadn't built the systems to transfer leadership judgment at scale. The bottleneck wasn't competence, it was infrastructure. The same thing is happening in your business. And the good news is that AI is one of the most powerful tools available right now for closing that gap. I want to be honest with you about something before I go further. AI is not magic. It's not going to replace your team or make decisions for you. Generic AI tips like, here are 10 prompts to try, aren't going to fix a structural problem. What AI does when it's implemented strategically is this. It gets your judgment out of your head and into a system. Let me show you what that looks like in practice. Let's talk about client communication. One of the biggest places owners stay stuck is client communication. Clients want to hear from you, so emails sit in your inbox. Responses get delayed. Your team can't respond on your behalf because they don't know how you'd say it. When you use AI strategically, you build a communication system. Your tone, your standards, your typical responses to typical situations get documented in the form of prompts your team can actually use. They draft. You review in 2 minutes instead of writing from scratch. Or you stop reviewing entirely because the system is good enough to trust. That's hours back every single week. And for decision making. Most of the decisions that come to you don't actually need you. They feel like they need you because there's no documented standard for how to handle them. AI helps you build those standards. You work through your most common decision points once, document the logic, and build it into a prompt or a process your team follows. The decisions still get made well. They just stop needing you every time. You may be thinking, what about quality control? So the reason you take things back after delegating them is usually that the first draft isn't quite right. It doesn't sound like you, or it misses something, or the standard isn't clear enough. AI handles the first draft, so your team isn't starting from a blank page anymore. And a good prompt built around your actual standards produces a first draft that's close enough that your review takes minutes instead of a full rewrite. When I was leading transformation programs at the enterprise level, we used to talk about this as removing the human from the critical path. Not removing the human, but removing the unnecessary dependency on one specific human for things that could be systematized. That's exactly what we're doing here, just scaled to your business instead of a Fortune 100. Here's the thing, most of the business owners I work with already know they're the bottleneck. It's not a new insight. What keeps them stuck is one of 3 things. The first is that they've tried to delegate before and it went badly. A client complained, something got handled in a way that was off-brand. So they pulled everything back in and haven't tried again. The second is that they don't know which parts of their business are actually safe to systematize. They can't tell the difference between the things that genuinely need them and the things that just got assigned to them by default. And the third is that they've looked at AI and seen a generic tool, not a solution built for their specific business. The advice they find online is for everyone, which means it's really for no one. All 3 of those problems are exactly what the Business Clarity Consultation solves. I'm committed to helping small businesses reduce owner dependency and reclaim at least 10 hours per week by designing AI-powered systems that create consistent team execution without the you serving as the quality control bottleneck. Here's how it works. We start with a free 30-minute discovery call. You tell me about your business, your team, and where you feel most stuck. I listen, I ask questions, and I give you honest thoughts on where the biggest opportunities are. No pitch, no pressure. If it's not the right fit, I'll tell you. If it makes sense to go deeper, the full consultation works in 2 phases. In the first 2 weeks, we do a complete business assessment. You fill out an AI readiness questionnaire after the discovery call. Then we get on a 90-minute call and map your business from the ground up. Where is time leaking? Where are you the unnecessary bottleneck? What's actually automatable and what isn't? Within 48 hours of that call, I deliver a written automation opportunity map. Your top 5 to 7 opportunities ranked by ease and impact, with clear labels for what you can act on this week versus what's a 90-day play. In weeks 3 and 4, we build your action plan. Concrete, prioritized, and matched to your comfort level with technology. Custom prompt templates for your top 3 use cases, written and tested for your specific business. A 60-minute review call to walk through everything. You leave with a written plan you can follow without a tech background. And if you want hands-on help actually implementing it, there's an optional 3rd phase where we set up your top 2 or 3 automations together on screen, step by step, until they're running. With the 3rd tier, you get 3 weekly calls where we work together to build the systems, and by the end, you will have at least 2 automations running in your actual business. I also offer a monthly subscription-based program for any software we may install if you decide you want it. The investment for Tier 1 and 2 together, full audit and action plan, is $1,997. For Tier 3, implementation partnership, it's an additional $2,997. That's the rate for the first 10 clients. It goes up after that. I'm offering this price point to my first 10 clients as a beta offer in exchange for your feedback and recommendation to help grow my business. Let's put this into context to show you the value. If the consultation helps you reclaim even just 5 hours a week, and most of my clients reclaim significantly more than that, that's 20 hours a month. What is an hour of your time worth at your revenue level? At $1 million in annual revenue, it's at least $500 an hour if you're running a lean operation of 40 hours per week for 50 weeks. 5 hours a week, then, is $2,500 a week saved in recovered capacity. The consultation pays for itself in the first 2 weeks. And that's before we talk about what you do with the time you get back. Think about what you could do with 20 hours a month back. 1 new client conversation. 1 strategic decision you've been putting off. 1 week where you actually worked on the business instead of in it. At your revenue level, 1 new client likely covers the consultation several times over. The link to book your free discovery call is in the description. It's 30 minutes. We talk about your business specifically, not general AI theory, not a sales pitch. Just an honest conversation about where you are and what would actually help. If you're a small business owner who has built something real and is ready to stop being the most essential, most exhausted person in it, that call is the right next step. Book it. I'd love to talk. And if you're not ready for that yet, drop your answer in the comments. What's the one thing in your business that can't happen without you right now? I'm reading every single one. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I make videos specifically for small business owners who are done with generic advice and want strategies that actually fit where they are. I'll see you in the next one.